I would think that the Padres bullpen is better than the Dodgers right now. They just picked up the best closer in baseball, and they have Garcia and Chris Matt and Martinez and Morejon throwing gas. Like, I think they have the better bullpen than the Dodgers right now. That's just me. But I'm going to compare the lineups and then the starting rotations in terms of comparing them with Baseball Reference WAR. There's obviously a ton of statistics that we can talk about, home runs, RBIs, and all that stuff, but that would take such a long time to do, and I just wanted to make it simple for the casual fan maybe that's listening or watching, just getting into this. WAR, wins above replacement. It's just a stat that's trying to tell fans how much value each player has. Like, they take into account the offensive stats, the defensive stats. And so, like, if someone has like a 5 WAR this year, 5 wins above replacement, for anyone who doesn't know, that would mean that they're worth 5 wins better than a replacement minor league player that would come up and replace them, play that same position. So it just accounts for how valuable each player is to their team. And so I'm using those numbers with the Dodgers and the Padres, their starting lineups, and their rotations, just to compare which team has been better this year or which team is better right now in terms of that. I know that obviously that doesn't look, the Dodgers have a better record than the Padres, right? And Bell and Soto, they didn't have a whole lot of protection around them in the Nationals lineup. So, like, if they were on the Padres this entire year, maybe their stats would look different, right? Or Josh Hader, who knows what his stats would look like, right? But that's not, I'm not getting into the bullpens, but you get what I'm saying. Like, of course, these stats might look different if these new players were on the Padres the whole year. But I think this is just like the simplest way to look at it. Trying to toss out the record right now, because I know the Padres obviously haven't been as good as the Dodgers this entire season, but the two teams are not the same teams anymore, right? So starting off with the catching position, Will Smith has edged out Jorge Alfaro in that so far this year. He has a 2.8 WAR. Alfaro is 1.3. At first base, Freddie Freeman has a 4.5 WAR. He edges out Josh Bell. Bell is a 3.6 WAR. By the way, these stats are through August 3rd, so through yesterday, because I knew I was going live today, and Baseball Reference doesn't update their WAR until the day is over. So that wouldn't even be updated anyway. So far, Dodgers have won the catching position and the first base position. Second base, Gavin Lux has a 2.5 WAR. Crony has a 3.8 WAR, so the Padres are winning at second base. Third base, Justin Turner has a 1 WAR. Manny has a 4.3 WAR, so a blowout there. In left field, Gallo, a 0 WAR. Obviously, he sucked with the Yankees. Maybe it's a fresh start. Who knows what will happen? I know he got a hit today, at least one. It was a ground out, but I think the shift kind of screwed the Giants there. Profar is a 3.7 WAR, so the Padres coming back here. They are tied 3-3 now. 3-2 now in terms of, or no, hang on. 2, 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I'll calculate that at the end. Center field, Bellinger has a 1.3 WAR. Grisham has a 1.6 WAR. So Grisham, for all the crap that we kind of gave him for his defense and stuff earlier this year, we've beat that. Oh, I didn't say shortstop. Trey Turner has a 3.6 WAR. Sorry. Kim has a 3.3 WAR. So Trey Turner is obviously viewed as the better shortstop from anyone in baseball in terms of like overall hitting and defense, but Kim is close in WAR so far this year. And that's obviously the Padres' backup shortstop when everyone's healthy. Center field, we already talked about Bellinger 1.3, Grisham 1.6. Right field, Betts 3.9, Soto 3.9. So they're tied through yesterday's stats. DH, Max Muncy 1.3 for the Dodgers. And then for the Padres, Brandon Drury. I could go Will, but he's been hurt for a couple months, so I think it's only fair to go with Brandon Drury. His WAR is 2.2. So let's see here. So the Dodgers, they have 1, 2, 3, they have won 3 positions. There's one tie, Betts and Soto. So so the Dodgers 3 wins out of these positions. The Padres have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in terms of the starting lineup, the Padres win the WAR battle against the Dodgers 5-3-1. 5-3-1 would be the Padres' record, if that makes sense, against the Dodgers in terms of like position by position WAR. They have 5 players in their starting lineup better in terms of WAR than the Dodgers. For the Dodgers, they have 3 guys. It's Smith over Alfaro, Freeman over Bell, and Turner over Kim. For the Padres, it is Crony over Lux, Manny over Turner, Profar over Gallo, Grisham over Bellinger, and then Drury over Muncy. So 5-3 and then 1. The 1 tie, Betts and Soto 3-9, 3-9. In terms of cumulative WAR among that starting lineup, the Dodgers WAR 20.9. Again, these stats are through yesterday. The Padres cumulative WAR 27.7. So that's significantly better than the Dodgers WAR. Obviously, picking up Soto and Bell obviously helps. And Kim had a surprisingly almost equal WAR to Trey Turner. So the Padres have that edge.